Midwestern Mom. I'm at Betty's Chicago with Baker Betty. Since we just made Watergate salad, we decided to amp it up a little bit, and we're going to learn how to make macaroons inspired by Watergate salad.
Macaron.
Macaroons?
Macarons.
Macaroon.
Macaron.
We'll work on it.
Have you ever made macarons?
No, I haven't, and I really should learn how to do it because I'm gluten-free. So this is the perfect
It's the
gluten-free
perfect dessert. You don't
treat.
have to make any adjustments. It's just already gluten-free and already delicious.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, I'm so excited.
Okay,
what do we do first?
We gotta make our meringue first. Have you ever made a meringue?
Absolutely, I have.
It's very easy.
I'm a perfect Midwestern mom who knows how to do everything.
So first, before we add anything in the bowl, we're going to just whip them until we get kind of like a fluffy, airy mixture.
Just start this up and whip it up, right? Oh, Betty, where are you going? I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I left Lucy in the kitchen. She left me unsupervised. Oh, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, just whip until it starts looking frothy, and then we're gonna start adding stuff. Okay.
Okey-dokey.
So we're gonna add a little bit of cream of tartar because cream of tartar is acidic and it'll kind of stabilize our meringue. Okay, so this is looking good. So now we can start adding our sugar. So see how it's like starting to get super frothy? So anytime you're making meringue, you want to add the sugar slowly. It will help make it more stable. So I'm gonna have you start whipping, and I'm gonna add this in maybe like 4 additions. So I go about like 10 seconds between each addition, just to give it a little time to mix in. And we're using the fancy bowls today because we're making a fancy
I
dessert.
know, they're so cute. In Minnesota, we'd say, all for cute.
Oh,
All for cute.
oh, for cute.
All for nice. Okay, higher speed.
Okay, so now we can go high speed. We're gonna go whip these to stiff peaks. Do you know
Okay, yes.
what stiff peaks look like?
Yep.
So let's stop and check it. I think
They
we're
look
not
a
quite
little-
there.
yep,
We're
they're a
still,
little watery.
we're very limp.
Yep.
We gotta get a little.
Ooh.
See if I can do some work
Yep.
on
Okay. We need to be aggressive. We need to be Chicago aggressive, not Minnesota aggressive.
it. Really?
Got it. Oh, yeah, I don't know if I can be that aggressive. We're gonna have to practice.
Okay. And that's how you get stiff peaks.
All for nice. Got it. Okie dokie.
Okay, we're gonna give just a little dot of green food coloring. Okay, so I think that looks good. We have some pistachio flour instead of almond flour. So traditionally macarons have almond flour in them, but you can really use any nut flour you like. So we're gonna use some pistachio flour because we're going for that whole Watergate salad situation.
We are.
So I'm gonna have you whisk the powdered sugar into the pistachio flour, and then we're gonna give it a really good whisk just to break up any kind of clumps. So this next part is crucial for making macaron. The first step is we're going to fully stir in a little bit of these dry ingredients into our meringue. We're not folding yet, we're just gonna stir.
Did you hear that, David? We're not folding
We're not
yet.
folding
Don't
yet.
fold in the cheese yet.
But we will fold, and I'll show you how to do it. So we're gonna just take a little spatula full, like maybe about that much, and then I'm gonna have you just go ahead and stir that in completely but gently. So macarons are kind of silly because we work all of this air into the meringue, and then we have to knock out the perfect amount. Okay, so we're starting with a lot. We're gonna knock a lot
So I'm like,
out.
I'm scared to not
I
fold
know.
it.
Okay, well, that's perfect.
Okay,
So once you're there, you can stop. Okay. So now we're gonna learn how to fold in the almond flour or fold in the cheese. Same motion. I'm going to take maybe like half of what I have left. And I always say the motion is like drawing a cursive J. So I'm going down, around, and over. And then I like to scrape around the bottom of the bowl.
Okay.
So I'm going to go down, around, and then around the bowl. And so I'm bringing from the bottom of the bowl over the top and then around the outside. Just being as gentle as you can because we want to knock some air out, but not too much air out.
Yep.
Now we can add the second half.
Okay.
So see how that is pretty much absorbed
It's
in,
greatly incorporated,
right?
but not perfect.
But you can see the texture, right? Okay.
Mhm.
So now is the next most important step, which is called the macaronage. So I'm gonna take the back of my spatula and just kind of start flattening this down to the bottom of the bowl and kind of up the sides of the bowl into sort of like a thin layer, just like that. All right, now I'm gonna take my spatula and I'm gonna scrape around the edges and bring everything back down to the middle. So our goal here is to do this enough that when we take a big old scoop and let it go off the front of our spatula, that instead of plopping like this, it kind of very slowly flows like lava, and it holds its shape for a couple seconds before it dissolves in. So you're gonna gently press up the sides and down on the bottom.
Okay, like that.
Exactly.
And then we're gonna scrape it all in. All that Cool Whip scraping has come in here.
It is. It's honestly kind of a similar texture.
It is a similar texture.
Now take a big old scoop of it and let it flow off the front of the spatula. Okay, so we're starting to flow more.
It's starting to flow
Okay,
instead
so
of flop.
see how it's like holding its shape for. I'm gonna have you do a very gentle one more round,
Okay.
and then we're gonna stop. We're gonna get
Now I'm a
tight.
terrible piper. I
I'm gonna
stay away
walk
from.
you through it.
Okay.
I teach this for a living,
I know.
so I'm really good at walking people through things.
Okay.
So this is kind of thin, and it's gonna want to flow out of our bag. So I'm gonna have you twist this a couple times, and so drop that down in there, and then fold the top down. Be gentle as you're doing this because we worked so hard
To get the
to
perfect
get
texture.
the perfect texture.
You need muscles, Richard. This ain't Jello, folks.
So once you pick it up, give it a little twist. When you hold it, you're gonna center it between your thumb and your pointer finger, and then you're gonna squeeze your thumb closed against your index finger, and then this sits in the palm of your hand, and then you wrap your hands around
Gotcha.
here. You're gonna start in the center, you're going to give pressure, let it spread out, let kind of the tip get buried down in it. Go just over the center line, release the pressure, and give a little flick to
Okay.
the side. You ready?
Nope.
So we're gonna hit right in the middle of the circle. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Go straight up and down. Let it fan out. Yep. Release the pressure into a little.
Not quite a circle, but it's okay. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Oh, this one looks rounder.
That looks good.
Whoop.
No. Last most important step of this part is we gotta drop our trays.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, that was a good one. 1, 2, 3.
So that brings any air bubbles up to
Okay.
the top. So these actually have to rest before we bake them. You need to like get a skin to form on them. All right,
Those
so
are
we'll let it
resting.
rest. We are getting the perfect macaron feet. That little ruffled bottom, that's called the foot of the macaron.
Over cute!
Did it! Oh, for cute.
Over cute.
Oh,
Over cute.
Oh, for cute.
She's got to pucker her lips a little more.
So to continue on with our Watergate salad theme, I know you said marshmallows were controversial, but we're gonna use some
No, that's fantastic.
little
Yep.
marshmallow click cream. We're gonna just do like a little border, like that. And then we have to have some pineapple, so I have some drained crushed pineapple. And we're just gonna do a little bloop right in the center. And then we'll put our little top on.
Find a buddy.
And a buddy. Oh, they're so cute!
Oh, for fun.
And then if we really want to go oh for fun, we can do some little.
Oh, we can use our
little-
smashed Minnesota
Yeah.
Nice feelings.
Cheers!
Cheers. Mmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that works. That is good.
They're really good. You did such a good job.
Thank you. The pineapple in the middle does a lot
It
for it.
does. A little something tart helps.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
I really like that. There you go. Watergate salad, macaron.
Macaron.
Macaron. Enjoy!
Enjoy.
Cheers!